the truth.
Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to a game called The First Dream. I have never seen, I've never played this game, but I don't know. Let's get right into it.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Okay, so, give me a second, let me fix, okay, so, we should have everything situated right now. Everything should be fine. Let's, So, this game is about different perspectives of animals, and I guess this game gets deep. I've never played this game before, nor have I read anything about it. All I read was, well, I have read something about it, but what I read was you're a fox trying to find your children, I guess. I'm not sure, but I'll put the link to this game in the description if you guys do want to go ahead and play it. But this game really caught my eye because of this little creature right here. I love foxes, and to be completely honest, if I could choose one animal in the world to ever have, it'd be a fox, because I don't know, they just amaze me. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Can I run, or is this like a... Okay, so I am running. So let's look around. I mean, I haven't really seen anything, but the graphics are very nice. The graphics are very, very nice. At any point in time where you... At any point in time...
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected. She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers. fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Like I was saying, if any point in time that I am not talking through this, that's just because I'm enjoying just the game in general. I feel like this type of game would be the game where you kind of just sit here and just watch. So, if I do have to say anything toward this, I will.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it.
That's not right.
I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
I just want to go ahead and thank you guys actually for being here for this whole journey that I'm going to be going through this game. And to be honest, bunnies. I've never played a game like this before, so I don't know what I'm going into. But if at any point in time where I have to leave and I have to just think, I don't know if I'll cut that out. It depends on what time it is. Not time in day, but just at time in the game. I've never played deep games like this, talking about people's thoughts. But I will definitely talk about this when I'm done with it. I didn't realize this game would get this deep already, and I do appreciate everybody who stayed along this far already, and thank you so much. So let's get back into this.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
What's this? I wonder what this is. Are these the lights that I need to collect? Oh, okay. Ha! Failed that. Oop, okay. I believe that's the currency. Well, not currency. I believe that's just collectibles. I kind of want to go and keep doing the story. I say that as I'm getting more currency. I mean, it could be useful. Man, that going in there and seeing that dead fox, seeing one of the little babies that this mother lost. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this dream is interpreting something that has to do with this guy's life. You know, obviously, because if like dreams have certain reasons, you know, just depends on how you believe in it. To me, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how I personally believe in certain type of things, but I know that in some points in times dreams do not lead you, like not predicting the future type stuff, but like just they reflect off of just how things are. So like you have a dream about something, it's thinking about the past, or it's thinking about what you could do. You know, it's just thinking, because you're in a deep thought and you're just visualizing the past or in a different perspective. You know, it's I don't know, it's different. But let's see what this is.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure. I'm sure.
That's crazy, man. Some closure. Why? Why closure? I'm actually kind of confused on that. You're gonna see him and you're gonna have some closure. Is he missing? Huh. I'm gonna try to keep this video as uncut as possible so you guys understand the experience that I'm having, and the emotions that I feel and stuff like that. I'll be telling you guys exactly how I feel and exactly certain types of things, and if I feel any other type of way, I would definitely tell you guys. But I don't want you guys thinking that I'm gonna like ghost this whole entire video and not talk. But this game has proven, to me at least, at this point right now, that it is something way bigger than what I thought it would be. And to be completely honest, I'm happy about that. So let's go up here and get this next one. I know there's like a bunch of those little currency things, but I'm not sure what they mean. But this scenery is beautiful. It is completely gorgeous.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Oof. Music in this game is absolutely gorgeous. Completely phenomenal.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Damn. this game. It's literally so beautiful. Like, really.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they'd come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
What is this? Oh, that's cool. No! Let me jump! This music is absolutely gorgeous. I don't need it. What am I doing? Oh, fuck me. No! Oh. No. No, just put it back on me. Okay. Okay, that's one way to do it. Wow, that's gorgeous.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was going to be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, make this right to himself, more than to me.
Damn it. So I need one of those butterfly things. I mean right now, you know, it's I don't know, man. I really don't. I can somewhat relate to this whole story in a certain extent because the ways that my dad and I and stuff like that have argued and we've said things and we've done things and you know it just I can understand. I really do. And you know, coming from a certain I don't know extent, I mean I guess I could say that I can relate. But I don't know. I'm one to talk, but I can't really say anything yet about this game until I've completely played it. And, you know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it up unless I do this. Oh my fucking god. How are we gonna do this? I can't climb up walls. I'm not fucking Spider-Man. How the hell am I supposed to get up here? Through here? Ooh. Then they find a way. Oh, come on, man. Don't make me go all the way back. Come on. Ugh. That's so dumb. That's really stupid, dude. How, the jump gets me halfway. How in the world am I supposed to... How? I can see the little ledge right there, but I can't fucking move. I can't move. See if I can like break the system or something. Damn it! No. Let's see if I can use controller for this. Hey! Good shit, good shit. Alright. So let's go down here. Whee! Alright. Whoa. Okay.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Just an empty field. Why? Why just an empty field? Oh, it's getting dark. Next area. Why is he thinking of his dad? Whoa. This was in the, this is the place in the loading screen. Beautiful place. I have to take different paths. I'm gonna choose, right. I have to find 2 more cubs. I keep forgetting you have to like do it quick. My bad for ruining the mood. Don't call me dumb, it's harder than it looks. No! Ugh! One little complaint. The controls are kind of wonky. Like the space bar. Certain areas you aren't able to jump. I did it perfect the first fucking time. Come on, man. Like, I can do this. It's not hard. It's just... sometimes the jump doesn't want to fucking work. There you go. Can I? Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I see something over there. Hope you guys don't mind the long playthrough. I feel like I want to play this full game. I want to play it in one video just so people understand, you know, like how things are in this game. So I don't want to like skip this out. So if this video is really long, I apologize.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk, and I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
What the hell is this? Oh, this is just... What? No, what the hell is this? What's all the way up there? You see that, right? All the way up there? Oh, it's the leaves blowing off the tree.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we had always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be going this far back. Oh, yeah, I am. This game, like, it's got me, man. It's got me. I'm just, man, fuck. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the times, you know, just that I had with my father. You know, it was, I don't know. I'll get over it in a minute.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
I'm completely lost. Oh, never mind. There's literally one right in front of my face. Okay. But like I was saying though, I don't know, just, you know, listening to this guy talk about how, you know, there wasn't closure with his father and there wasn't, you know, anything with, and, you know, the times that they spent, and, like, the lack of interest that he had spending time with anybody until he had that time to open up made me realize that my connection with my father isn't really that good. And if you guys haven't known, My father passed away a while ago. He passed away like 2 years ago. And you have to fucking start this sad music right when I start talking about this. Okay. But, so, my father and I, we didn't have that good of a relationship. We tried and we tried. And just no matter what we would do, it would always be split up by a mistake that he's made. And drug issues led to more drug issues, and he ended up overdosing on heroin. Now, I mean, I don't open up a lot about this stuff, but I feel like just so I can, you know, show that I relate, just so I can actually talk to you guys. And this isn't going to be the only time that I talk about this. I'm going to be talking about this at the end of the video too, and whatever other thoughts that I have with this game. But to be completely honest, I didn't have the best relationship with my father. And do I wish I did? Yeah, a little bit. And it really sucks because, you know, there's some people out there that have no relationship whatsoever. And there's some people out there that don't like their fathers. And I understand that. But, you know, I just wish that, you know, I had closure with my father. And that, you know, there wasn't so much mystery in what happened. I don't know. Let's get back to the game.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
There's another secret one right here. What the hell? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. There it is. There the fuck it is. Come on, Shaden, dude. Come on, bro. You're tweaking, man. You're tweaking. I'm gonna land the fuck on this. There we go. Why does it sound like the rocks moved? Why does it sound like the rocks moved? It's probably the sound of the tree branches moving, so I can progress. But I absolutely knew that there was something over there, because I mean every single place there has been one of those howl rocks or the praise rocks or whatever the hell they're called, the sunlight rocks. There has literally been one of those trees that like have the leaves floating up in the sky, so it can indicate that that's important. And I did not see that one because I didn't go back. Right? I went around. I didn't actually go back into like where I didn't go back from where I came from in that area. So that makes more sense now. On the bright side, I mean, that was a good like 20 minutes that I was sitting here looking for that damn thing, to be honest. All right. Yep. The trees move. That was the noise that I made. Oh, and it wasn't coming from the tree. It was coming from the rock itself. Wow. What?
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
I couldn't. I don't know. Shit.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Fuck, man. Just the fact that he held it in for so long until he finally burst out and said that his father died. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I don't even feel like talking. I feel so bad for that. And to be completely honest, I understand how that feels. And I really do. I wish I had closure with my father, and I wish that I was able to actually talk to him. And it's hard to deal with something, and it's hard to lose someone, especially if you're really close to them. And I don't know. It's extremely hard, and I completely understand. That's why I'm always open about things. And to be honest, I didn't want people thinking that I needed more help than anybody else. That's why I don't talk about my problems much. That's why I go on YouTube. Is so I don't have to, like, deal with the crazy life that I have right now. It's what helps me cope with my problems.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
What's this? Did it run away? No.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed-out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared? I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words. I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling. It's the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly, and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you. You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to.
Oh, they're so cute!
There may be thorns and mist, but
Oh my
it always
God.
leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Oh. Fuck! God damn it! Oh, not again. Oh, come on. I'm not even upset. Like, I'm not even upset at the game. I'm just thinking. Oh no, it's raining.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny. At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast, then got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture, and he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
Sorry about that. I had to go take a screenshot of the game. I'm sorry if this like triggers any of you guys that I'm not getting the collectibles. I just don't find them useful. I feel like it's something to do while you're like, you know, playing the game looking for stuff, and I'm just kind of going for a story, and I don't know where I'm going, but I hope I'm going somewhere. Just don't get mad at me for that, because, you know, I'm playing this game and I'm literally going to be doing a complete playthrough of this game in one video. So, I mean, the least y'all can do is just cut me some slack about not getting every single collectible. Is it a broken window? Everything about this game seems to just be so relatable in my circumstance. I don't know, it's just I feel like I can relate way too much to this game. Not just with the mother thing, and it's more based off of the father. How things happen. Everything else has changed. But I can completely understand where this guy is coming from. Wait, no. I'm not gonna read that yet. I want to get this one all the way back here, just in case I fuck up the storyline, because I know there's one all the way back here, and I didn't even see it, so... I'll be back when I get this. I don't want you guys to like sit here watching me just walk around. I'll be back.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Dude, I understand. I'm trying to fix my headphones, sorry. But I understand, man. Everybody in this world is going to die. No matter what way you put it, no matter how you say it. Everybody is going to die. And to be honest, you know, I can't relate to that right now. I do have a job, and I do work for money, and I do stuff, and, you know, it's just, I don't like, I do what I can with what I have, you know, like, I try my best to make the best content for you guys, and I try my best to do everything that I can for my manager and for everything else, and to be honest, it's hard, and no matter what way you put it, I may be young right now, and I know, you know, life is just starting for me, and I know that, and I understand that completely, but, you know, don't judge somebody by what age they are, or don't judge somebody by how they've acted once. You know, because everybody's going to change. And no matter what way you put it, no matter how you say it, everybody is going to change. And, like, this year, just recently, someone changed. And it screwed my life up. It screwed me up. And a lot of things in life change. No matter how you say it or how you put it. Everything is going to change in a certain type of way. Whether it's good or bad. No matter what, though, you always got to keep your head high for that, because even if it's bad, just accept it, and you move on, and you learn from your mistakes.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer. In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree, but sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
currency in this game. The fuck. The currency in this game. It's the letters that you can type in your last word.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
I don't even know what to say. I honestly, I honestly, I don't know. Hold up. Six months later, am I able to move? Fuck, man. Oh my god, dude. Oh fuck, I'm able to move. Hey Rachel, dude, that's crazy. Oh my god. Can I get some snacks? If I... Oh... Fuck! Oh, fuck, man. I want to be honest. You know, I didn't expect it to be like this. I really fucking didn't, man. Fuck. And to be honest with you, it sucks. It really does. You know, fuck, man. And it's just reality. It's just how it is. one day, everybody is going to die. And no matter what way you put it, no matter what way you put it, it's gonna happen. You can call me weak and you can call me a baby or a kid, but it's the reality. You know, I never got to really see my father. I never really got to, you know, spend time with him like any other person would, you know? And hearing this story coming from a video game, you know, being able to sit here and play with a mouse and keyboard and stare at a screen, you know, maybe it wasn't all meant to be like this, you know? Like, maybe, you know, waking up in the morning shouldn't always just come to me going on this computer and just playing games. It made me realize how fucking alone I am. And I know it sounds stupid, but I don't know. I've been through so much. Absolutely so much. And you know, just seeing that fox. I mean, this isn't just because my favorite animal is a fox. No, not at all. Just seeing that fox losing their children and still going, even though she has lost both of them, going to find the last one just to be let down. It doesn't matter if they all, it does, but it doesn't matter whether or not they died. It matters that she kept going. To keep going through life, even though everything has been fucking terrible. You know, I didn't expect me to go on a little rant or a little tangent or anything like that, but it fucking hit me. It really did. And you could be laughing at this or anything like that, but I didn't expect it. You know, once again, I don't know my father as much. And before, it didn't hit me at all. And before, it didn't hurt me, because I didn't know who he was. But now it's just, I wish that I had the closure that some people did, you know? Being able to spend more time with him, because, I mean, he is my biological father. But I just have to keep going. Keep going no matter what happens. Through life and through everything. No matter how hard situations may be, you just keep going. And you keep going through everything. No matter how hard everything is. And I've been trying my best to make as many people proud as I can. I've spent so much money and I've spent so much time into this YouTube channel so I can escape from my problems. So I can have something to get my mind off of me being so fucking fucked. That's the knife. That's the toy boat. Just so I can, you know, wake up every day and have a reason to keep going. And the people that The people that have been here ever since I started this ever since I started this YouTube channel. I thank you so much for being here through everything. I thank you so much for helping me reach the subscriber count that I have, and I know it's not a lot. And I know it's not that much. But I respect everything, no matter how it is. And I don't have that much. I don't. I mean, it may seem that I do, and it may seem that I have this big, bold channel and this PC and the monitors and the mic. But beneath that, I'm just another person like everybody else. Wanting to have a purpose in life, you know? And even though everything isn't meant to be perfect, I like to think that maybe there's a chance that something can go perfect. What I'm trying to say is just, no matter how hard situations may be, and how tough life has to kick you in the ass, you need to keep going. Keep striving to be the best person you could ever be. I don't know. I just wish you guys would understand, you know? Like, I hope you guys understand, you know, everything.
What the hell?
Wait, no. No! Fox. No. Come here. They said he died in the woods. love deeply in one direction makes us more loving in all others. The first tree. Nah, it's fine. I'd like to talk real quick. You know. So, it's just, I don't know. the gameplay, the music, the everything is phenomenal. Everything. And I want to be honest here. Everything in this game has been absolutely amazing. From the graphic design, from the just the music, the atmosphere, the voice acting. Everything in this game has been absolutely amazing. From the minute you enter this game, you automatically get the feeling that there's something that's gonna happen that's like deep. You know, deep feelings and deep everything. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting to cry. I wasn't. And to be completely honest, this game took me by surprise and shoved a whole bunch of facts in my fucking brain, and it just overwhelmed me. And you know, about everything that I was talking about before, absolutely everything. And you know, being able to actually experience something like this is completely amazing. And I give props to whoever made this game completely, because everything in this game has been absolutely phenomenal. Did a great job on the voice acting, did a great job on everything, and I appreciate that. And like I said before, no matter what happens, keep going. And that's what this game is for telling us, foreshadowing, for just telling us that no matter what is happening in life, you just keep going. The three baby foxes that died were just symbols that, hey, stuff happens, there's road bumps. But that fox kept going and going and going no matter what. That's what it's telling you, and that's what it's trying to get you to understand. That no matter what happens, you keep going. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. And I want you guys to think of that. So, if you guys did like this video, leave a like down below. Also, if you happen to be new to my channel, subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you'd like any more games, and if you guys like to see me cry again, make sure to leave a like on this video. That would be awesome. And hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.